So I've taken the rooftop tent off. We have gotten rid of all the camping gear, and there is a difficult trail right ahead of us that I'm really excited about. And we're wheeling with a group of guys that I've never been on the trail with before. Today should be a great day. Welcome to TrailRecon, I'm Brad, and today on this episode, we are out here in the Cleveland National Forest, and we're gonna go tackle Bronco Peak, which should be really awesome. You know, we've been doing a lot of cross-country and overnight and camping stuff lately, but every once in a while, it's good just to go take a day trip, hit a difficult trail, get a little flex on, and have a good time. Now, we are out here with a new crew that I've never wheeled with before. They're the Flex Assault Jeep Club. They're a great group of folks that I met at Jeep Bash recently, and they invited me out here today, and I'm really excited to go wheel with them, because anytime you go out with a new crew, it's always cool to learn about the different techniques that they use and the communication dynamics of the crew. Should be a great day, guys. I'm really excited to go hit the trail. Got my son Justin with me here today, who's gonna be doing a lot of driving. This should be a whole lot of fun. Today's first order of business was to air down. And on a trail like this, I like to go down to at least 10 PSI. I'll be wanting that larger footprint out on the rocks today for sure. A few of the crew manually disconnected their sway bars, and then we all did a last minute check of our gear, and we were all set. Before we hit the trail, let me introduce you to all the Jeeps we'll be wheeling with today. First up is Josh, who will be leading us today in the Flex Addict Jeep, and he's running on 37s. I'll be running second behind him, and my son will be doing most of the driving today, which will help him work on his driving skills, and I'm also running on 37s. Andy, Josh's wife, and Rachel are up next in the Flex Appeal Jeep, also on 37-inch tires. Tommy and his wife Kelly are in the Flex Deviant Jeep, and they're running 35s. And pulling up the rear is Will, who will be running tail in the Flex Patrol Jeep, and he's also running on 35s. These are all some nicely built Jeeps and capable of handling what the trail is going to throw at us today. And in talking with this crew, they let me know they like to take it very slow on these types of trails, and anyone can ask for a spotter anytime. Their goal is to get all the Jeeps through safely on this trail while having a little bit of fun. And those are exactly the types of dynamics I like to live by when I'm out on the trail. The drive to the Bronco Peak trailhead is a few miles through some really scenic country roads, and there is a large network of trails here from easy to difficult. You can expect to encounter plenty of folks out here on the weekend in stock 4x4s, built rock crawler rigs, ATVs, and motorcycles, all of them out exploring, so just keep that in mind when you're heading out here. Bronco Peak is arguably one of the most difficult trails here in San Diego County, and my son and I were really getting excited about the obstacles and challenges that lay ahead of us. And it wasn't long until we reached the trailhead, and a few folks that have ran this trail before started folding in their mirrors. Something tells me things are gonna get a little tight today. Bronco Peak is only a 2.6 mile long trail, but you need to plan for a few hours as it's a slow crawl pretty much the whole way, and it will probably be even slower if there are others out on the trail ahead of you. Now, while I have been on some trails that have been rated as difficult and really just didn't seem that hard once I finished, this one is the real deal, as you are soon about to see. Oversized tires and high clearance are a must, and there is the potential for undercarriage and body damage, and it's not uncommon to hear about rollovers on this trail. A capable rig and excellent driving skills are an absolute requirement here. Also, this is a trail you do not want to do solo. Make sure you have a buddy in another capable vehicle who can help spot when you need to and pull you out in a sticky situation if it arises. Okay. That's enough about all that. Let's go tackle this trail and have some fun. As you can see here, I should have put my side protective magnets on because I got pinstriped all day long. Just means I'll be breaking out the detailing tools when I get home.
Go.
The scenery as we slowly climbed the mountain was gorgeous all around, with views of Lake Morena just down below. But you got to keep your eyes on the trail, and this first main obstacle was a little challenging, but honestly, it was just a small teaser of what laid ahead of us.
Everybody hold here. So just stay right with my tires, and you'll be okay, but use your head out the window a little bit.
My son Justin has been behind the wheel many times out on the trail, both in my Jeep and driving his XJ, but never on a trail as difficult as this one, and he was doing a great job. At each new obstacle, he was learning more about throttle control, tire placement, how the Jeep responds to just minor movements, and equally as important, how to trust his spotter. Good times out here today. How was that, bud?
It was awesome.
You did great, man.
Thanks.
It was pretty great to see that big old smile on his face, and I was admittedly proud to see his confidence in his driving skills starting to grow. This is turning out to be a great day.
Good. Back leg. Go ahead.
Trail like this, with lots of rocks, deep ruts, and frequent off-highway vehicle traffic, will change over time, and Bronco Peak is no exception. The obstacles you see today may not be what they look like a month or two from now. I find it's always fun to go revisit a trail you haven't run in a long time just to see how it's changed. We are almost to the top now, and things are going to get very interesting as we start heading down the backside of this mountain. So we are at the top of Bronco Peak and we've stopped up here for lunch, and there are some really great views up here. I mean, we can see for miles and miles. It's beautiful up here. What a great way to get up to the top of this mountain. I mean, we were getting flexi, some rocks, some ruts, and these guys are so much fun to wheel with. They're just hackling it up the whole way here. What a great crew. Now, after we're done with lunch, it's time to start heading down here, and this is where things are going to get very interesting. As we go down the mountain, things are going to get really technical. Some big ruts. We're going to be on the side of a mountain a little bit, so I'm probably going to have to take the wheel. Justin's done a great job driving up to this point, but I'm probably going to have to take over because things are going to get very interesting. But what a beautiful day. This is such a good time. I can't wait to see what the rest of the trail has in store for us. One of the things I have grown to love over the years about the off-road community is the camaraderie. Everyone is always so friendly and willing to offer help when needed. These guys and gals have been wheeling together for a while, and you could tell they had built some close relationships and had some good stories. My son and I were really feeling very welcome to their group. After some good chow and some full bellies, it's time to begin our descent down Bronco Peak. Dropping into the backside of the mountain at first glance doesn't seem like too big of a challenge. But you quickly realize that picking your line and carefully setting up position for the next obstacle is very important. This combination of ruts, large boulders, descending steep downhill, and sharp turns is a bit of an adrenaline rush. But one thing I've learned over the years is to keep my enthusiasm in check in situations like this. This type of driving requires your full focus. And I've also got to point out that listening to your spotter can keep you from making a big mistake. And Josh did a great job guiding us down Bronco Peak. He has many years of off-road experience, and his voice commands and hand signals were on point and always kept us on the right line. I really appreciate a skilled spotter. Big thanks to Josh.
Now turn. Right there. Now turn. You're going to feel it. You're going to drop it. 3, 2, 1. All right, there you are. Right there? Yep, just like that. You're 3 wheels right now. 2 wheels. Come on, Rock, I love you. Be nice to me today.
Now, just for a second, I want you to take notice of this large boulder here on Josh's driver's side. This rock's sole purpose in life is to tear up B-pillars and break rear windows. I get asked all the time if I wheel with my doors and top off, and on trails like this it would be ideal with all these rocks and narrow off-camber sections. Plus, just having the weight savings of not having them on would really be an added benefit. But when you have a back seat full of camera gear like I do, the dust on the trail can be a killer to your equipment. So I've got to keep my top and doors on. But things got a little too close for comfort around that rock, and I needed a little assistance getting past it. Another half-inch leaning in, and I might have shattered my rear window. Best to come on do this trail without your doors and top on.
Back faster a little bit. Yeah.
Right there. Perfect. Right. Go forward real slow. Give me a little more passenger. Forward real slow. Yep, stay right there. Okay, now give me passenger. A little bit at a time. A little bit at a time as you come down. Brakes. Right there. You are down. Don't worry about anything else. That was empty right. Jump down. Ready? Down. Down all day. Right. Jump down, you get right. Yep.
Now this is one section of the trail where you get three choices. You can choose the hard line, the harder line, or the really hard line. And after a quick assessment, we elected to meet it in the middle and take the harder line going through here. But I really think the really hard line is doable if you're willing to fight with the moving boulders. But we got plenty of challenge going through here as it was. Time was flying by, and we had been on the trail for a few hours already. This is one of those marathon, not a sprint trails. Lots of obstacles and slow going the entire way. I really enjoy trails like this, as around each turn there is a new challenge you have to figure out how to best navigate. And my Jeep did get a few new bumps and bruises on this trail, and while I do love my Jeep to look good, this is partially what I built it for. Difficult trails where I put my vehicle to the test is rewarding for me, and it lets me know where my weak links are that I need to upgrade. Overlanding, rock crawling, and an occasional trip to the mall. You know, that's what I built my Jeep for. I love this stuff.
All right, come down. Good.
Good line, good line.
Keep going.
Yep. Yep.
Did you hear that scraping noise? Yeah, this rock on the passenger side reached out and bit almost all our fenders. It was just one of those difficult boulders to navigate around. It even chewed me up a bit. But you know what? At least I've got something to remember the trail by. It has been a great day out here in the Cleveland National Forest, and Bronco Peak has lived up to its reputation. That was a good technical trail. You don't want to come out here in a stock rig. You definitely need to be prepared. You're going to be flexing. You're going to be banging it up a little bit. But you know what? It's fun to do that once in a while. It really kind of puts your Jeep to the test. What a great time. And these Flex Assault guys, man, these guys are a blast to wheel with. I was so honored to be out here with these guys today. They have all kinds of Instagram channels. I'll leave links down below, guys. Go check them out. They're always taking really cool flex pictures. A great group of folks. Look, if you are visiting TrailRecon for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, and please remember to travel the trails responsibly. Thanks for watching.